customer called and told us that we needed to come in a hurry because their hatch has got a split in it and they've got company coming. The only downfall is that this hatch has to be gel coat, so it's going to take a bit of time. But let's go downstairs and see what the guys have achieved here at our shop.
So as you can see, Tom started cutting out the bottom. He skinned it here, and this is what's existing. You can see that this is all shot, but this might be solid, so it just looks like the hinge side where the hinge went in is compromised. So I think what we might do is, Tom, thinking about having you cut this, find out where this terminates, where the bad stuff is, and then cut this at an angle so we have a nice relief. So we can, this is what I'm talking about, cutting this deck at an angle so it's got more bonding surface to glue it together. That way we don't have to redo the whole thing. Although I don't know, maybe we should because we cut it,
Well, that's all gonna have to be.
Well, yeah, you know what? We could dish this all out, router it or dish it and then lay it all back in. Well, yeah, gel coat it, yeah, for sure. All right, yeah, so chase this back as far as you need to go. Then let's get this cleaned up, and we'll have to start working on laying this hinge point. This will be the most complicated part of the repair, will be this right here. Lamination, right? No delamination. Okay, yeah, cut this off, and let's press on.
Looks like quite a bit of rot on this. We had to extend it out a little bit.
This is what Tom has come up with so far on this, so we skinned it, and then we found out that half of the hatch was still good, so you can see where he tapered this so we get a larger relief for more surface area to connect, and then he'll take some liquid resin, pour it in all these little cracks, get that, and then he'll skim it with thickened resin and lay this whole thing up and clamp it and weight it, and then he'll carry on tomorrow morning. Nice work, Tom. Looks good. And this is what he's using to fill it. It's called Divinycell, and what it is, it's just structural foam that's been glued onto a piece of glass mat. And man, when you put the resin to this stuff, first off, it's really hard. It's really strong. It's very lightweight though. But once you put the resin to it, it's like rock. The grand unveiling of Tom's repair on this hatch, or started the repair on the hatch. You see we put a bunch of chain on there to weight that all down, get all the air out of it. Okay.
Looks good to me.
Nice, sounds good. Don't hear any hollow spots.
There's this one I gotta fill over here.
Yep. Yeah, this one too.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, looks good. Now Tom's just gonna build this up right here where the hinge goes. Right along here. We'll get some solid built in here and then pre-drill the pilot holes. We'll have to gel coat up and lay this back up and clean everything up and get it looking nice again, and then we can put it back on the boat.
So whenever we got done revealing everything, took the chain off, I came through, put a 12-to-1 bevel on everything all the way around, which came out to be roughly about 2 inches on each side. Put the tape down, glass that together. Now I'm just gonna go back, ferret, sand it down, ferret, and then here's where the hinge used to be. So I'm gonna come back with the heavy duty cloth and I'm gonna lay this in solid glass. Then I'm gonna have to peel back some of the deck on the top and then glass all that in as one. Laying it all up solid.
Oh, you got quite a few layers there, it looks like.
Yeah. 3/8 of an inch. Mm-hmm. It should make a nice bite for those screws. Just a couple more screws. I don't want to use filler, you know. This would be way better for the screws to bite into.
So how thick is that now that you've made it?
Oh, probably about 3/8 of an inch thick.
Yeah.
It's probably about
quite a few layers.
15 plus layers.
Yeah. One step closer to getting our hatch done. It's just a step-by-step process that you have to do, and you have to allow dry time, so it does take a bit.
How are we looking, Tom? This is that hatch that we had to rebuild that Tom's been working on as time allows. Just getting the filler and some gel coat on here and hopefully get it sanded up, mount the hinge, and get it back on the boat where it belongs. It's amazing how much time you can spend and how much it really costs to repair these hatches on older boats because you can't get a new hatch. So you have to repair the old ones, and it just takes time to do it and do it right.
Just want to give you guys a little bit of an update. We've put on our first coat of gel coat, and you can see the gallon here. We ran out, so we got a new supply. So we will be finishing up this hatch here very soon.
So finally got this hatch done. A lot of work went into this. Just rebuilding these things is just so much work when they rot out. The hinge point on this rotted out, so we had to strip all this down. You guys should see the video at the beginning. And the guys are coming to pick this up, and we're going to get it installed on the boat, back on the boat today. And it turned out pretty dang good. Should last a long time. Heading down the dock here, pure pleasure. Go inspect this hatch real quick that we worked on. It's almost, I don't know what the right word is. I was going to say criminal, but I'm not sure about that. But the amount of hours it took to repair this hatch was crazy, but it still would have been more expensive to either try to get Viking to make a new one. I mean, there was just no good options. And when we opened it up, well, you guys saw in the video, it was all rotted out inside. So we just had to cut it apart and rebuild it all. And it took like 6 hours to remount the hinge and get it mounted on the boat because we had to be very particular. We had to drill tiny little pilot holes for the hinge screws to make sure they were all right and in the right location, because if we didn't get it right, then it's not going to fit right, it's not going to close, the gaps will be off on the deck. Let's see how it turned out. We're almost there. So you can see the hatch, got new gasket material on there, new bumpers. The hatch looks amazing. Got a new gas strut on it because the other one was bad. Hinge all looks good. So yeah, it looks pretty good.